Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with another multiplayer video. This time we're revisiting an old favorite, Batman Ninja Catwoman. I think she is uncontroversially the best Batman Ninja character. We've done videos with her before, and we're coming back to make her better. Links in the description. I'm going to jump back and forth between talking about the theory behind why this loadout is ideal and commenting on the individual fights to point out anything that might be interesting in a particular matchup. So this first fight is going to be against the Blackest Night Flash team. And they're always a little dangerous because both Teen Titan Raven, she's carrying Heart of Darkness, and Catwoman will cause damage over time with specials. And damage over time heals and powers up the Blackest Night Flash team. Also, Blackest Night Flash will interrupt basics with his passive. So what usually is your backup strategy using basic attacks is a problem. In this particular loadout, Flash will have 300% health. He'll have what he starts out with. He'll have a Fourth World Revive, and he'll have a Hawk Girl. So with his original 68,000 health times 3, you're looking at more than a 200,000 health pool. So maybe this is not going to be the best fight to demonstrate how good Catwoman is. So probably the smartest to start off with is Teen Titans Raven to take care of Flash and hope she does enough damage to take care of 200,000 worth of health. And let's take a whack at him. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Okay. Catwoman is perfect with this loadout against Batman's Astro Harness and the rest of the Blackest Night team. She's draining everything. She can endure whatever it takes. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how this Batman Ninja Catwoman is different. So it was originally a mistake, I think, to use Gauntlets of Azrael in the last formulation of this team. And that was part of trying to take advantage of the combo enders. But the benefit of getting health and passing it on teammates is a low value return for the cost of a gear slot. And she's good enough. It wasn't obvious that this was a mistake, and she's still pretty effective on that team. But the original principle of taking advantage of her passive to do more basic damage was still sort of the best part of it, right? So of all the ways to trigger a passive, tag in, knockout, or special 2, only one requires power and specials, so making her a specialist isn't worth it. Overpowered super to boost her crit chance on basic damage to 50% is as high as you can get, and it's the only gear that boosts crit chance that much and also boosts basic damage by 50% too. It's just gravy that the other abilities are also related to basic damage, even if it is only with combo enders, which aren't that reliable. Fight 2 is not particularly exciting or challenging. Maybe we can use Catwoman's Enchantress skulls to keep Arkham Origins Batman from hitting us with a special when he tags in. Just a thought. So overpowered super. So 50% damage boost to basic attacks, 50% crit chance on basic attacks, 90% life drain chance on combo ender, and 100% chance to drain 15% power on combo ender. And because she gets a huge damage boost with her passive, she's one of the few cases where you get more benefit from making her sturdier instead of trying to make her do more damage. So that means Astro Harness is still good because invulnerability gives you easy chances at basic combos that interrupt your opponent's basics. And the fact that it makes her more durable doesn't hurt. And we're already going to heal with combo ender using the overpowered super, so the incremental improvement with gauntlets isn't enough to justify a full gear slot. Fight 3 is interesting. So Gaslight Batman won't hurt us if we tag in with Catwoman because of the Astro Harness, but he's got Lexcorp gears to reverse power drain. So here we can show one of the strategies. We're going to hit him hard to less than maybe half health, but we're also giving him 3 bars of power, right? There we go. Boom. Oh, wow, that was fast. All right, so now he's going to hit us with a super. So Gaslight Batman's passive that lets his teammates dodge basic attacks makes it harder to demo Catwoman, but he doesn't have enough health to offer much resistance. And we ate the super because of Astro Harness. Okay. So this is where we look at Oh, so we were talking about Gauntlets of Azrael. So the number of times we need healing of your teammates, which is what Gauntlets offers you, it should be small. And the number of times where you need more healing than you get with the overpowered super should be pretty small too, because you get it the same way from combo enders. So the biggest change is Enchantress Companion Gear. And it's supposed to only have 2 abilities, right? After any successful special attack, skulls fly at the enemy, dealing 10% additional damage each. And each skull does 20% life drain. So it isn't obvious that using a gear slot to shoot flying skulls after specials is what you want to do for a character that you're going to use for basic damage. And what's funny is that you could almost argue that it's one ability that does 2 things: extra special damage and heal a bit from it. But it's the unmentioned effect that is the most important, temporarily disabling the opponent's specials. So disabling specials does 2 things. One, it protects Catwoman against an opponent tagging in with power, so you have a chance to drain his power before they can hit you with a special. And it offers another solution to Catwoman's one big weakness, which is Lexcorp Gears, which does a reversal of power drain. So with Astro Harness, you can race against the clock. Try to do as much damage as you can and let the invulnerability deal with the 3 bars of power that you're going to give them with one combo, which we just demonstrated in Gaslight Batman, and then knock them out with the next combo. Sometimes you do enough damage that you can even do it in one combo. In this fight, there's really nothing scary about this fight. Maybe start with Teen Titans Raven just to avoid Luchador Bane's stun, because if you stun Catwoman while she doesn't have her invulnerability, then we're vulnerable to getting wiped out with Luchador Bane. So getting back to Enchantress Companion Gear, so instead of just worrying that you want to do enough damage and eat the special, another viable strategy that you get is just do a special. And while they're locked out from specials by the skulls, do the second combo to knock them out. Even if you can't drain them, even if you're giving them power, you're buying yourself time. And even though she isn't geared for specials, she will be generating power with all of her combos. And with the help of Wonder Woman 600, whose passive boosts her power generation. And you're going to have lots of power to do special ones. And that's the big reason why having Wonder Woman 600 as a teammate is so good, because her power generation not only boosts Catwoman, but it means that Teen Titans Raven doesn't have to worry about anybody power dampening her and not being able to get to her second bar if we need to tag her in. Okay, Fight 5. This is an opportunity to show how Lexcorp Gears on Batman Returns Catwoman won't be a problem for Batman Ninja Catwoman. Okay, what else? So yeah, this is not going to be a problem. We're just going to get rid of our first cat. It's a nice combo, right? Nice team, all Catwoman team. So one basic combo. 3 bars. We quickly do a special. Her 3 bars are useless because she can't do it until the skulls are gone. And we've done enough damage to wipe her out. Goes exactly as planned. One basic combo to take away more than half her health. One special to disable her specials temporarily. More basics to knock her out while holding 3 bars of power, which is nice. So you got Teen Titans Raven. I mean, just because Batman Ninja Catwoman is so good doesn't mean you forego the normal strategy of how you build a team. She's still the specialist with the traditional Tantu Totem loadout, because her special 2 can knock out anybody pretty much quickly, no matter. I mean, we saw that originally with the Flash team. All right, so hold on, let's take a look at this team. Oh, so this is interesting. Arkham Knight Batgirl is the problem. On most teams, I like to use our Astro Harness card to knock out our teammate, just because the invulnerabilities stop Arkham Knight Batgirl from having, if she's got enough power, from being able to use an unblockable special from knocking us out, because they're not single hits, they're multi-hits. An invulnerability will interrupt her special and give us a chance to recover. The good thing is that on this particular loadout of the opponent with Arkham Knight Batgirl, she doesn't have boosted stun damage gear, so she isn't particularly dangerous. And we'll just get rid of Arkham Knight Catwoman first. There we go. There we go. And because our invulnerability saved us from the combo, it interrupted her combo, we're ready to really, yeah, beautiful. All right. yeah, I was saying we saw that Teen Titans Raven is just so good with her special 2 that she did enough damage to knock out Blackest Night Flash 3 times, take away 300% of his health. And I guess it would be nice if she had a 1-hit special 1, but given how strong her special 2 is, it's really hard to complain. All right, so this fight is almost a little bit sad because the other team has no gears, and there's nothing that they could do on a no gear team that would be a problem for us. I'm trying to think, is there anything that we need to point out? So that's really the biggest change. I think the fact that we've got pretty much the same team as before, and with one minor change, I don't want to say totally revitalize the team, but what it does is it patches up one particular weakness against a Lexcorp gear combo without actually costing us very much. I mean, you're giving up being able to heal the rest of your team, you're giving up the amount of healing that you can do, but the overpowered super does more than enough for that. And what have we got next? So, you know what? That was not a bad demonstration. Maybe we'll do another second set of ultimates, or second sort of ladder of ultimates. Just so we can look for more opportunities to demonstrate how good Catwoman is, and hopefully we'll run into a few more loadouts with Lexcorp that reverses power drain, which, it's hard to say traditionally because how long has she been around? A couple of years, that have been used. It's the cliche counter against Batman Ninja Catwoman. So Catwoman with this loadout is the perfect antidote to Raven's health swap. And the easy strategy is that when you get to Raven, you keep on doing tap combo, get the combo ender sometimes, and you just get your health back every time Raven steals your health. If anything, you might even want to not do a combo ender at the beginning a few times, only because then the health swap ends up faster, right? Like when she swaps, she's swapping less health, and then after she swapped twice is when you try to get some health back from her. Yeah, and here you see a perfect demonstration of why Astro Harness is more of a pain than it is actually dangerous. See, Skulls means that she's not doing special. Oh, and that was too fast. We didn't even get any health back. But the Skulls meant she wasn't doing special though she had her bar. And if we didn't have Astro Harness, that would have left us vulnerable. But the the Enchantress gears Skulls were protecting us anyways. And yeah, sometimes it's worth demonstrating how good she is by not swapping anybody else, but sometimes you just don't want to waste the time. And as long as these fights are taking, it would be so much faster if we weren't demonstrating the gear on everybody. All right, so nothing particularly challenging here. I think Astro Harness on Aquaman will slow things down a bit, but it's nothing, particularly dangerous. Yeah, so it's funny how just changing one gear, right? And it's not intuitively obvious that this is the thing that needs changing, because we are leaning into the tap combos. And it's nice that if you're going to be playing that strategy, because combo enders you get them maybe half the time, right? It's not consistent enough that it can be a really good strategy. So it makes a lot of sense that you want to lean into a little bit because you're doing tap combos a lot anyways. But see, he's going to slow stuff down. It's not like it's bad. It's just a pain. And that's the other reason why sometimes it's good to not always have maxed out Elite 10 level 60 teams, because it just increases the possibility that you're going to face somebody with Astro Harness. I mean, you shouldn't complain. We're rocking Astro Harness too, and it does make a big difference. What do you got next? All right, so some damage gears. I don't think there's anything challenging in the characters or anything else. I guess if it's possible, if one of them has Lexcorp gears, we can get a chance to show it. It's probably worth doing a few clips at the end just to demonstrate, because as much as it feels like, because Batman Ninja Catwoman is so dominating, it feels like that Lexcorp gear shows up way too often. It really doesn't. And with Enchantress, it almost doesn't become an issue. Here, Teen Titans Raven, you can see the beauty of her ranged special, too. You don't even have to wait. A lot of times they don't even bother blocking. And we're actually doing pretty good time. It's probably not as obvious that this team is faster than the previous iteration. Oh, there we go. Something interesting. Killer Frost. The interesting thing about this fight is Killer Frost power dampening. Perfect time to start with Catwoman because she doesn't need any power. But since Teen Titans Raven has a power generator gear, which is the Heart of Darkness, as her third gear after the Tantu Totem and Master's Death Cart Specialist loadout, she'll still get to 2 bars pretty quickly, and I don't think she'll... Yeah, she does it because of Wonder Woman 600. She wouldn't even need to do any swipe attacks to build up her second bar. She'll just get it from tagging in. Right, and now that she's taken a bit of damage, now it's worth trying to do a tap combo to bring up the health. Otherwise, it's just better to do a swipe combo. Unless, of course, you want a few extra hits, in this case, to drain Killer Frost power. Okay. And we're almost done our second run. This would, if we weren't looking at all the gears and trying to play it the same way we do, like the speed run through our Flashpoint team, this would be probably only marginally slower than the Flashpoint team. So again, with this one, what you want to watch out for is, in this particular case, Arkham Origins Batman tagging in, hitting us with a special. That's the main danger, right? Somebody coming in with power. Because power, special attacks using power, prioritize in speed over your basics, and sometimes they can interrupt what you're doing, and they can sometimes beat you. They can, if you're both trying to do special at the same time, the opponent can sometimes get theirs in first. You can see Cassandra King, Batgirl, she's not dangerous, because even though she's got stun boost, her passive removes any tag in stun, so we get a chance to block any boosted stun damage. And I guess last fight we used against Arkham Origins Batman, we used Catwoman, but you can see here Teen Titans Raven is just as good at it, because her special 2 is multi-hit, and he's not that dangerous when she's still in the middle of processing her special 2. So it's a Flashpoint team, but otherwise there's nothing interesting. It's just Astro Harness to slow us down. And, you know, sometimes it feels like it's worth taking a bit of a chance. You get a couple swipes in with Wonder Woman before tagging her out, gives her some free power so that if she ever tags... I mean, we haven't really needed her yet, but that way if she tags in later, she's that much closer to having her first or second bar of power. So take a couple of free swipes and tag out. Yep. And he didn't do anything to us, made no difference. It was just really timing. And that also means that our first invulnerability lasts a little bit longer before it runs out, and we get a chance to bring him down to his second invulnerability. There we go. And we've taken all of Deathstroke's power, which is his main danger, his main threat against us. Now we want tap combo. We build up our health again. Boom. And actually, we've got enough dark power. We've lost... No, we haven't. We still got our claws. We've got enough dark power that we could steal some gears, maybe. And because, even though he had power, we weren't worried about trying to do a tap combo, because we had just started some skulls flying. That's too bad. His invulnerability kicked in, so we couldn't steal his health. And now, that was the animation for stealing some of his gear, or one of his gears, and we can't really tell which one, but it almost doesn't matter, because he's done. One more fight, and then we're done. I guess one other thing that worth commenting on that's not to do with Catwoman is that Teen Titans Raven has a really funny ability of her special 2 that others don't have, and we're not even going to demonstrate it. So here we got the health swap Raven, but power dampening of Killer Frost that would normally be interesting, and they've got boosted power gen. it's not an issue. We're going to bring in Catwoman because this is a video to highlight Catwoman. But Teen Titans Raven would be able to handle Raven Prime with her Special 2 because somehow her Special 2 does not trigger the health swap, even if you only do enough damage. You do enough damage to bring her down to less than 10% health. If it's in the middle of your Special 2, somehow it doesn't register. So Raven Prime, I don't know if it's a glitch, but Raven Prime is particularly vulnerable to Teen Titans Raven. See, we're swapping out the health, and we've triggered it twice, and we're still going to have full health. Well, not full health, but we're not going to have an issue with health. Oh, I spoke too soon. We're not getting our combo in, which is a perfect illustration of why combo enders are so difficult. See if we can build up some health. There we go. We got our claws back for knocking out Killer Frost. And we've already triggered her passive twice, so Raven is done. Okay, and that's it. So, this is where we like to thank all our patrons on Patreon. Big thank you to Console Peasant and Edwoon, who are supporting us at the highest tier Last Word. Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier. Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., Irvin Ruiz, and Eddydoo, who support us on the credited level. And Chris Wolff, Scarlet, Dani, Awesomegamer 241, Pavu RS, Gavin, Mallott, and Isfar E at the gratitude level. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda.